Hey guys, welcome back to my workshop again. I've got a job here that's I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and it annoys me every time I use this mower. It's a Toro Z Master 52-inch cut. These handles, it's been like it since I've owned it, but I don't want them to get any worse. The foam's starting to deteriorate on the ends. Obviously they've had a plastic cap in there at some time. I'd like to put a little aluminium cup over the end of it, just a short one, say 20mm long. What my plan is to make a bung up that I can Loctite in the centre there. It has got a seam in this pipe, but I'll just use a die grinder and knock the seam out. Loctite like a tap fit bung in there with a thread, and just a simple cup that fits over and just screws up into that countersunk bolt in the end, and just a little cup to slide up over it, and then this won't deteriorate anymore. When you're driving it, you always tend just to fiddle with that all the time. Well, I do anyway, and end up just tearing it back more and more. And yeah, but like there's plenty of room there. There's no way the handles will touch. So it's got a little bit of play in these, which I want to try and fix at some stage. Well, there's not a lot, but get onto it before it gets worse, I think. But first job is to make these little caps up to fit over these. So I'm going to make them out of aluminium. Probably make the centres out of steel, little bung bit. Just put a couple of grooves on the outside dimension just for the Loctite to sit in, and lock them into place, and then machine up a cup and bang them on. I've got a piece of scrap in here. I've got to take it down to about 520 thou, 525 thou. You measure it, some of it's 530, some of it's 520. So I'm just going to hit it in the middle and make it fit after that, whether I have to file one side of it off or it's just a funny shaped hole really. So we'll give it a go. So I think there's about 95 thou roughly to take off it. This has been one of them jobs I've been wanting to do for a long time, and you just keep putting it off and forgetting about it, and remember it and forget about it. And so that's 575 thou. So we've got 50 thou to remove. Which won't be too hard. Were we close or were we not? $5.25 roughly. Okay. I'll set up to drill the centre out now. Just going to be 4mm bolts, little 4mm stainless bolts that I'll use in it. I think that'll be sufficient enough. So I'll get some centre drilling and a drill teed up, and I'll drill them out. I'll have a go at not breaking a tap, eh? What's the chances? My luck with taps has not been very good of late. I made a tap follower up there a couple of weeks ago. I didn't bother filming it. I just made it up as just a trial one, and I'm waiting for some reamers to turn up, and I'm gonna make a new one. I'll probably make a video on that. Watch Quinn Donkey, the video that she made the other day or the other week on a tap follower, which was a really cool design. So, and there's the postman now. Actually, you may even have it. And when he pulls up the front door, you can nearly guarantee he's got a present. Got to go. I just brought you over to the bench. My old man, he was there, and he had presents, just like Christmas. First unboxing video, part thereof video that I've ever done on this channel. Here we go. Fresh import from China. Don't really like the way they've been sitting in the one packet rubbing together, but I suppose that's what happens, isn't it? Spend the big bucks, this is what you get. Looks like we've got to bust the packet open to get them out. It's lovely, isn't it? These are H7s, by the way. Peel this label here off, is what it says, if I can get it off. Yeah, 3mm to 12mm H7s. Been rattling around, and since I left the shores of China, this little bit ain't going to hurt them, I suppose. Where do they use, sucker? Got it. Okay. Let's have a look at one. So 12mm H7. Look, they feel sharp. This one does anyway. Pick a little sucker out. Quick wipe. What's this one? 5mm H7. Definitely all still feel sharp. This is 3mm H7. Look, I know they're not expensive ones. These weren't expensive in what, no way at all. But for what I do here, these are going to be sufficient. You know, if you get a job out of them, well, they paid for themselves. It's my mind. There we go. Excellent. Ready to go back to the lathe and keep doing what I was doing. Right, that's good that them reamers are turned up. It's got a wobble in that one, isn't it? Wonder why that's wobbling. Better suss that out. Certainly don't like that. I might have to finish this one off by hand, I think. I swapped the taps over, put the bottom tap in. So, might just take this tool off. I'll finish on off by hand, or off camera, so I don't break the tap, hopefully. Okay, we got that successfully tapped. Just going to put a chamfer on this edge, and then I'll come across and I'll just put the tool in, and I'll cut this off with the hacksaw. I'm not going to worry about trying to part it off. I've never had any luck on this lathe, like I said before. There's no real set measurements for the length of this, it's just whatever I think looks right. Should be good enough. I want to put a couple of grooves in here for the Loctite. For one of them, I think that's, yeah, it's deep enough. Just go a touch deeper, it's not going to hurt them. Okay, I'll cut that off and see if it'll fit. Okay, these are the little doovy doovies. Decided I'll JB weld them in. Oops, sorry about that, a bit out of frame. Probably get all over my seat now. Just let that go off, get that in touch for, oh, that one's in that far now. So I've got this one in. Just let that JB weld go off now, and that'll be the phone, Reg. Okay, phone call's taken care of. I've got them both, they're all got JB weld, they're both in. Got this piece of aluminium chucked up. It's about 38.5mm roughly. I want to settle for about 35mm. It's going to leave a bit of a raised section, but that doesn't matter. And what did I settle on? About 25mm long each side. So I'll turn down, say 55mm roughly, down to 35mm. Doesn't matter if it's 34, 35, there's no real, yeah, and then I've got to cut them off, then part them off. I'm going to have a go at parting off from the aluminium side of it. Have a go at parting it off from this, and then I'll chuck up each one individually and then bore the centre out. That's the plan at this stage. So I'm going to go and check all these numbers again and make sure I haven't made a mistake, and then I'll be back. Well, I did make a mistake. They're meant to be 20mm long each side. So it'll be about a 14mm recess on the internal side, like in a 14mm bore on the inside of it. So, and that'll be at 14mm long, and it'll be about 30mm diameter, the bore. That'll just sort of a snug fit over the foam. So I'll run this down to about 35mm in diameter. So it's about 3mm to take off it. So that's 0.04 over, which is close enough. Okay. Clean up here a bit first, and then I'll chamfer this edge, and then have a crack at boring it out, have a crack at parting it off. Okay, we've got the two pieces parted off. I've faced this one off to length. I'm going to put a centre drill in it, then drill it for a clearance hole for the screw to go through, 4mm screw to go through, and then I'll bore it out to around 14mm deep, and this one's about 29mm wide, so that's what I'm going to be shooting for anyway. We've got to come out another roughly 4mm, so 2mm aside. $29.02. I don't know whether you can see that or not. 29. Good. Okay, I just got to chamfer this edge. I'll just use the Noga tool just to chamfer that edge. I'm just going to pull it out of the chucker touch. With a chucker touch, and then I'll just use a file and bevel that edge. I'm just going to use an end mill and put a recess in there for for the head of the bolt. Yeah, this is the smallest end mill I got, so it's just going to have to do. Smallest one I got, I'll just double check. Yeah, 10 mil. So that's just, yeah, 10 mil one's the smallest one I have, so that's just going to have to be it. It's a touch large. Right. So, hopefully that will be beautiful. Good enough. Okay, I've got the two of them done. The second one I did make a bit of a boo-boo on. It's a touch large. Not much, but it's enough to annoy you. So if it does annoy me too much, just make another one. So that JB weld's been in there for a few hours now, so that should be okay. I'm not going to screw them up stupidly tight, but I have stuck a little copper washer in there as well, just for a bit of decorative. So I'll get these fitted up, and this will be a good job finished. Top job finished. It's I've been meaning to do this for a bloody long time, and anyway, there we go. There they are, all fitted up. Finally. It's going to protect the foam now from getting torn and worn out, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick and dirty one. Just a quick job I've been wanting to do for a long time and finally got around to doing it, so really happy. So I'll see you on the next video, guys.